What you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to the knees and show gratitude. Kiss my ring, chick.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome back. It's your boy Jay Larone. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this video, man. This is with the Medium Man. Did a video talking about 50-50 and how women, 3 out of 4 women, have to work, right? So, and in this economy, I don't understand why all these women are out here saying, they won't do 50-50, or if they have to do 50-50, that's why they masculine, right? And that's a bunch of bunk, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with it, you know what I'm saying? Cause, in this video, Medium Man is going to break down, how it's normal for people, how the average person is living 50-50, you know what I'm saying? You are privileged if you find a man that's going to pay 100% of your bills. You know what I mean? So a lot of women out here are working, are doing 50-50. Like you said, 3 out of 4 married women work. So all you women, all you Instagram thoughts out here hollering, you want a man to pay 50-50. I mean, you want a man to pay 100%, chances are you're not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are not going to get a guy that's in the top 10%. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all looking at. You're looking for a guy in the top 10% that's going to pay all your bills. But you got to bring something to the table. I mean, you better look good. You know what I mean? You better look. And then a lot of times it's going to take more than that, than just good looks. You know what I'm saying? To get a guy to pay 100% of your bills. You can't just look good. You gotta be cooperative. You gotta be able to submit. I know a lot of y'all don't like hearing that, but that's one requirement that you're gonna have to do is submit and be cooperative. And you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get to this video with Medium Man, and he's gonna break down, like I said, but just basically the 50-50 concept. 3 out of 4 married women are working. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this video real quick.
I know there was a lot of pushback because I told guys $50,000 is not enough to raise a family. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that I'm going to post my old video that I did where I did a breakdown of how much a household costs from, however many people you have in it. So $50,000 to support a wife and a kid is not enough. The average is around $87,000 for a household to raise a kid and support a wife. As
87,000 is the average, right? So a man has to make about 87 grand a year in order to support a woman. If you're going to pay, about 100% and live comfortably, meaning you might get a vacation here or there, but all your bills are paid for. Now, it ain't like you're going to be able to just go off and go, party overseas, you know what I'm saying? Or have, 1 or 2 overseas vacations a year. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to do that, but you will get a vacation a year. It might be stateside, but you know what I'm saying? You will get a vacation a year.
As a husband. So that's why I said $50,000 is not enough. For you, yes, you can live off $50,000 very comfortably, I might add. But if you're trying to take on a wife and you're trying to have a kid, you're going to need to earn more if you plan on being the provider of the household in a traditional marriage. Traditional marriage is a woman stays home, she takes care of the kid, and you take care of the household expenses by working. Now, modern is the whole 50-50 dynamic. And let me explain something with this whole 50-50 dynamic. I know there's a lot of women out there that's saying, I'm not doing 50-50 with any man. If I'm doing 50-50 with a man, then we both lead in the household. That's stupid. Because let me tell you something. 3 out of 4 married women work. 3 out of 4. Only 1 out of 4 women who are married are able to be stay-at-home mothers. So you mean to tell me that those 3 out of 4 women that are working, they're not submissive to their husbands? If you get with a woman, or you start to try and court a woman, and she doesn't understand that 3 out of 4 women who are married work, and she's saying that I'm not going to submit to you if I have to pay half the bills, get rid of her.
Thank you. Exactly. Get rid of her immediately. You know what I mean? That's a headache. That's a headache that you don't want. Because if you think about it, the guys like, you know, you got guys that are going that don't even make 50 grand a year. You got guys that make 40 grand a year that are married and their wives work. And their wife might make 40 grand a year or 30 grand a year. That's about 70 grand coming into the household. But that man is still considered the man of the household. The woman still submits to that man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so a lot of y'all women, man, y'all out here on that BS. And like he said, if you dating a woman and if she gives you that, well, if I gotta be 50-50, then I can't submit, yeah, you need to get rid of her with the quickness.
Immediately. The reality of today's society is that it takes 2 household incomes to make things work.
Yep, exactly. And I said that in a previous video. Yeah. This economy we have, you need 2 incomes. We're all average. So there's not a lot of guys out here that's in that 10%. You know what I mean? So, you know, what are y'all guys thinking? What are you women thinking?
The majority of people, the majority of women who are married work. So if you have to pay 50-50 in a marriage as a woman, that has nothing to do with your level of submissiveness with your husband.
Not at all.
So you cannot sell to me that these women are just running over their husbands and they're leading the household because they have to contribute to the household. No. And leadership has nothing to do with simply money alone. Most men don't make $87,000 a year to take care of a family. So you need 2 incomes, and that's normal in these spaces. So if you meet a woman or if you hear anybody on some panels talking about, well, I got to be masculine because I'm working, they stupid. And you should leave that woman where she stands.
Yep, exactly.
And women, let me tell you something. Y'all don't have no room to complain because we see the college debt that y'all bring into these relationships. So you going to sit there and trying to complain about going 50-50 with a man on the bills and he has to protect you and the family? You mean to tell me that you're going to take care of that responsibility just because you paying 50-50? That's dumb. It takes more than 1 income to make things work in today's society for most people. And that's where I had to explain the whole Kevin Samuels ideology when he was saying that men don't care about your money. He was talking to the top 10 to 15% of men.
Thank you. Exactly.
Those men don't care about a woman's money. But most men have to care about how much money a woman makes because they're most likely going to need to use it if they get married. And women, you need to understand that. This is not something that's new. It's a privilege to be a stay-at-home mom because most women work. So, women, if you are a stay-at-home mom, understand that only about 1 out of 4 women are able to do that.
Yeah, you're privileged.
So if your man is 100% provider, you need to appreciate him a little bit more.
Exactly.
Because you're privileged. Most women won't ever get that. So I just want to be clear on this whole 50-50 thing. You guys get it mixed up and women going at her saying, I got to be masculine because I got to pay 50-50. And that's what's holding you back from marriage?
Yep.
When you know that 3 out of 4 women work full time?
But they hard-headed. They all looking at these other women on Instagram thinking that they could live that type of lifestyle. You know, they thinking that, you know, it don't apply to them. They can find that guy in the top 10%. He's going to take care of them. They ain't got to work. They just want to sit on their butt and do nothing, right? You know, I mean, that's all they want. They want you to pay for everything. They want you to support their lifestyle. And all they want to do is just basically lay on their back and let you blow their back out. And that's it. That's all they want. That's all they want you. They want the money, they want the vacations, and they want you to blow their back out. And that's it. But they're not offering anything, and they're not, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. But yeah, so let's get back into this.
When they're married, then you don't deserve to be married. And that's not to sit there and shame guys by saying you're going to need to know how much, or, you know, you're going to have your wife contribute, because that's normal. It's pretty much always been like that, guys. It's always been a privilege for women to be stay-at-home mothers. It's a privilege. So yes, don't take any shame in saying that, hey, yes, my wife is going to have to contribute something. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even going to be straight down the middle, 50-50.
Exactly.
But you're going to have to contribute to the household to make things work most of the time. Unless you get a man who makes $87,000 up, he can afford you with a stable life, financially stable life. Y'all can take a vacation probably once a year. You can have one kid, and he can most likely take care of you comfortably, making $87,000 a year in the particular state that you live in.
Yeah.
But that's not the majority of how these things work. So I'm just being honest. So y'all got to understand that when we have these 50-50 conversations, I hate hearing them because people never cite the statistics that 3 out of 4 women work when they're married. Alpha Omega said, unfortunately, the manosphere created a lot of these false arguments about men paying for submission. Absolutely not. That has nothing to do with it. And women echo that stuff, and it makes them look foolish. Yep. If I got to pay, I got to be masculine. Are you dumb?
No, you don't.
You really think that all these women out here just being masculine, 3 out of 4 women who are married, masculine and not letting their husband lead because they're
right? That's just women that want to be masculine. I said it before. Masculine women want to be masculine. They're masculine because they want to be, not because they got to go 50-50. That's just who they are. They're just masculine all the time. So, but yeah, it's like, you know, like you was saying before, man. When you have these women who are, you know, saying, like you said before, if you're in a relationship and you plan on getting married and you got these women talking about, oh, I want 50-50. I mean, I won't do 50-50. If I do 50-50, I got to be masculine. Just dump them. He's right, man. You got to get rid of them because it's just a headache, right? It's like when I was in the Army, man, we had this thing called DX, right? So if you had any type of equipment that was faulty or defective, you would DX it. You know what I'm saying? And we used to make a joke about that all the time, like with these women, man. We just got to DX these women because, you know, a lot of them are acting stupid, a lot of them are out of pocket. So we just DX you and go get another one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it reminded me of that, man, when he was like, you know, you just got to get rid of, sometimes you got to get rid of these women, man, because they be on that BS, you know, it's a trip. But yeah, so I think he almost done.
They're paying? No. They're married. They're comfortable. They're happy. So stop with all this foolery. Especially if the women who say this, I'm not going 50-50. If you're a woman who say that, you better make sure you're attractive. And you better make sure that you ain't coming with 2 or 3 kids. Or kids alone. And you tell me I'm not going 50-50 with no man. You better be happy with what you can get because the message is getting out. Men are not dating single mothers like that.
Right.
So you gonna sit there and add another stressor to your list by saying you ain't going 50-50 and you got buckaroos and you overweight? Okay, keep that. See what happens. You could, hey, they say women happy single. Enjoy. Because
you will be single. Okay, yeah, that's the end of that. But yeah, that's a shame, man, that women, you know, come into the dating market, man. Like you said, overweight with kids. You know, you 5'5", weighing 200 pounds, thinking that a man is gonna scoop you up, and you know, with kids like that, and then pay. You know, he's got to pay all the bills, right? No, first of all, if you're overweight, man, and you got kids, and if you're lucky enough to find a man who's gonna pay 50-50, I mean not 50-50, but if you're lucky enough to find a man who's going to pay for everything, yo, yeah, you are extremely lucky. You got over. That's the way I feel about it. If you find a guy that will accept you at 5'5", 200 pounds with kids, and he's willing to pay for everything, yeah, you got lucky. You're not going to find that doesn't happen often. That's like a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen. That's like with Dr. Boyce Watkins. You know what I'm saying? She found a simp. She found a beta with that because, you know, of course she came from a marriage. She had a child. She's older. You know, Boyce Watkins is a level higher than her. So she found a man with high stature that would take on her child, you know, with her being older with the child. So she got lucky. That was a unicorn there too. You see what I mean? It doesn't happen often, but these women see that and they would say, oh, that would happen to me. No, it's not going to happen to you. The odds are against it. She just got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Boyce Watkins' wife got lucky that he was willing to take on that, you know, that responsibility, because not all men are going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not all men are going to be Boyce Watkins. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. So, but yeah, uh, you guys, drop some comments down below. Like I said, I don't know a lot. I know a little. You know what I'm saying? I'm just your average, everyday mailman. You know what I'm saying? But I do know some things. All right. But you guys take it easy. Please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. Yo, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Oh, and highlight, catch an attitude. Drop to the knees and show gratitude. Kiss my ring, chick.